What is up, loyal followers of the Big Dot Productions? It is I, JJ the Jet Plane, and I am here with my fellow compatriots in the word of Tamers.
It's me. But
Jacob and Billy.
I was trying to say like a stupid name. I couldn't find it.
It's Jacob and Shmee. Thank you for listening to this awesome video. In it, we're going to be discussing what will be happening in the acclaimed video movie Sonic Underground World War III, which is probably the most anticipated thing that has ever came to our friend group. I can't really think of anything more anticipated than this particular intellectual property.
We are so excited that we are taking the liberty. We are to present his art the way it is intended to be presented.
That's right.
In a movie theater. We are renting out a movie theater to watch this.
So, this is going to upload before the movie premieres. If by some miracle you can fly out to Minnesota and want to join us at the theater, you're welcome to. Just hit us up for deets.
Comment on this video,
Yeah.
and then we would get in contact with you.
Any way you can.
Or if you happen to live in Minnesota, that would be perfect.
It would.
And it's free. And we are also having a chili dog potluck.
That's right.
In the theater. Yes, that's right. We have connections. Our friend is the manager of the theater.
He's the manager.
Yes. So, I'd like to also say that when Tamers was first introduced to us, felt like listening to the Sonic Underground theme song one day just because it's a banger. And I looked it up, and I typed it into YouTube. And the first video that popped up was Battle with the Boys. Yes, and I watched that, and it was like brand new at the time. And ever since then, I couldn't wait for a sequel to that movie, and we have been truly, incredibly, 100% devoted to Tamers.
We've been Sonic Underground believers.
Sonic Underground fans, Bardonic fans. I've hentai more times than I can count on one hand, dude.
One of the top comments on... Actually, the top comment on one of the trailers for World War III says, I wish I could rent out a theater for this. And then Jacob here commented...
Came in saying that we're doing just that.
Yep.
Now's your chance.
Everyone wanted to suck our dicks.
Now's your chance. Awesome. Now's your... If you're in Minnesota...
We will be documenting this, by the way,
Yep.
and that will be the next upload to this channel, I believe.
If you want to be a part of Tamers history, come on down. That's all I can say. Come on down. How long has it been since Battle with the Boys?
About 4 years at this point.
4 years?
2019.
Oh my god.
Was its release?
It's been 3.5 years.
So
it came out in
old.
3.5
October.
years. Yeah, I guess so. But yeah,
This is 3 years in the making. This is like one of the monumental parts of Tamers channel that's going to be coming out. We expect a ton of revelations that are going to change the Tamers verse.
That newest trailer's fire.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude. They got all the stops are being pulled out in that one. We have the Yaoi Dojinshi with L and Light that's been building up. Copious amounts of it, it seems.
A very well animated makeout session.
That's right.
As well as a really well animated clashes between all the different characters in front of big lots.
I stroked my little ding dong to that many times, and I was licking my lips the entire time.
this battle is going to take place in front of a Big Lots parking lot. Okay, you just got to think about that. How awesome of a movie that is.
The only way that could be better is if it was taking place in front of a Sears.
Yes. Or a Fry's Electronics.
That would be pretty good. I still think I hold Sears in top tier personally.
A Circuit City would also be kind of nice, but we're just nitpicking.
Big
now.
Lots is pretty dang good.
It's pretty good.
Big Lots is pretty good. That's where I bought Sonic Colors, but that was back when I was a sinner and I purchased Modern Sonic.
Fucking creature.
Disgusting.
I have asked for forgiveness many times. Every night I pray for it.
But we never forgive. There is no forgiveness.
I know. I just hope that when I die, God will look past that.
That's right.
That's all.
You will see that you watch Sonic Underground more now. Like maybe he'll take you back.
There is a 30% chance you will rot in hell for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And all eternity.
And there's a good chance that Tamers has just
A 30%.
he's just abandoned you. He knows that you're a sinner.
That's a fair
can't
point.
Come back.
That's a good point. That's a good point, Dumpster.
Never played a Sonic game in my life,
That's
obviously.
He's never played Sonic.
Moving on.
he hates Sonic. So, moving on, what we sort of wanted to discuss is the more lore attributes that have been building up, and we have been drip-fed a steady amount of information leading up to this film, and in this video we're sort of going to analyze what we know. In particular, stuff with Professor Major Chord, the Yakuza he is affiliated with, the new boys, all that
Robert.
shit. Robert, everything that's been leading up, and some just crazy
Should
crap.
we just go in order around the table? You first, then me, then Jacob.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I'm going to start with Professor Major Chord and really what his role in things are. When we first heard about Professor Major Chord, he was built up to be this huge thing. I believe it was all the way back when President Bush and Obama was interrogating someone in a chair. Sporticus in a chair. And we heard the name Professor Major Chord dropped to some degree. This was also hinted at in a later Tamers video when a character was, I forget who, but was sort of analyzing stuff to do with Professor Major Chord. But then he drops, and he's sort of like a goon. He like does nothing, and he gets like owned by Bartleby with the Gauntlet of Dresden, and he's just sort of fodder.
That was very disappointing to me.
I agree.
When Bartleby nonchalantly obliterated Professor Major Chord.
Because of course he's going to take him down. Like Bartleby,
but it was nonchalantly.
Yes.
Also,
he just slapped him or something.
The Gauntlet of Dresden. I mean, how many Dresden things does he have? We already got the sword, man. Just have him summon the sword again, bro. Just cut his head off or something.
Honestly, with the gauntlet, he literally just slapped him with the gauntlet.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy to see Major Chord making a return here, and to know that that was not the end of him.
Absolutely. I think he plays a bigger role in this. Just how big, we don't really know. But I think we can expect some pretty pivotal stuff to happen in this film. A couple of them are most likely going to be brought up at this table, but I think we're going to see the conclusion to...
this is the conclusion to Phase 3 of Tamers.
Phase 3.
Of Sonic Underground, sorry.
That's right. If you ask me, far better than Marvel Phase 3.
What's that? Marvel is...
What the fuck is this Marvel shit?
Garbage. Oh my god.
Sounds like
There's
something
this
I'd
guy
out my butthole.
in an iron suit or something. Like,
sounds like some
Am I supposed-
bitches who've never watched Tamers12345.
Sounds like modern Sonic fans.
Yeah.
right?
Sounds like something they would make.
Disgusting.
Ew.
Fucking disgusting.
At any rate, what we're probably going to see in World War III additionally is Nux Amy. We're going
I mean,
to
Nux
see
Sonia, you
Nux
fake...
Sonia, no!
Amy is a modern Sonic character.
She's not
offended.
canon. She's
I'll
not
have you
canon.
know that was a Freudian slip.
It better have been.
That was
Nux
a
Sonia.
That was a
is the real
Freudian
ship.
slip because we were talking about modern Sonic, and just being aware of what modern Sonic is does not make me a heathen. I have to know what to hate it properly. Okay. But yeah, Nux Sonia, we're going to see a conclusion to that. I think they're going to either... I think Knuckles is going to physically abuse her to death and we'll never see her again. And she'll just be a rotting corpse on the ground. Or we're going to see them fall in love and it's going to be really cute. And it's going to make for a lovely ship that won't be as good as Bardonic.
I was very excited in that last episode when Sonia confessed her feelings to Knuckles finally.
Yeah.
You know, it's really lovely, honestly.
Then they played piano.
Yes.
I think
But
it's
it was like revealed in that scene that she was calling him a friend, a good friend.
Well,
putting him in the friend zone.
no,
that is
But I do think Knuckles will break out of it.
No.
No.
Sonia's the one who wants to advance it.
How did you read it like that? She said, "Look, I like you a lot, and I
Yeah.
think you like me a lot too. I like that you're a good friend." Now, what that means is, who doesn't want their lover to also be their friend?
Precisely.
No, true.
So,
Additionally, I want to add that Sonia's been the one advancing this whole thing from the very get-go. Like, Knuckles
Yeah.
has been, like, he doesn't give much of a shit.
Knuckles
will beat on Sonia if
he
he has
isn't
to.
actively avoiding it, but he's not really doing anything not doing a lot.
And he's not contributing.
To contribute.
Although he recently is sort of seeing the positive perks of it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's a bit of development on that standpoint.
I would like to comment on another very surprising development in a very recent episode. Second to latest, I think, actually, when Randy is just killed off.
No,
or not,
that was-
not killed off, but...
Yeah, he was just killed.
Yeah, no, he was killed.
He was
yes.
replaced.
Yes, he was replaced
With Robert.
by Robert. It felt like a last-minute thing, although Robert is not a brand new character. He was betrayed. But am I correct? He was betrayed.
No, he was... Well, technically he was betrayed.
He was like forgotten by the Sonic.
Bartleby and Affair. Okay, the thing
Yes.
is, Bartleby left Robert to die, and like he didn't even give Robert the honor of being put on the $1 trillion bill.
True.
That's right.
And
Affair didn't break him out of prison like he said he would.
Affair never like came back for Robert at all. So
Yes, when they were both
so Robert
captured
has
by-
just turned on the Sonic Underground, and is plotting to kill them.
It's safe to say he has a bone to pick.
Yes, that is some good motivation there, I'll say.
Yes. Another thing I wanted to touch on was, this is kind of lesser known, but what I think we could potentially see here is with Robotnik and his father. A while ago, we got a video sort of showing more in depth as to Robotnik's childhood and what took place during it. It was why Professor Robotnik hates music, because music killed my dad. Okay,
it did not kill his dad. He escaped.
Yeah. Well, I just want to make that cool little Trolls reference.
Okay. Yeah.
Funny. Anyways.
But yeah, he escaped the hanging grounds just before his death and ran off. So potentially we could get some more forwarding on that. We could see Robotnik reunite with his son.
He would definitely be against the Sonic Underground.
For sure.
And we've seen that in a huge battle like this, Robotnik will side with the Sonic Underground.
Yes.
As seen in Battle with the Boys.
Yeah, they're basically just like old...
They're frenemies in this scenario.
Precisely.
If you also see, like, Robotnik will be of assistance here in the new movie as well.
I didn't see him in the trailer.
I did, actually.
Oh, he is?
Okay, he's in a big crowd shot, and there's, like, a couple shots. Like, he drives in with the, I don't know, the egg scorpion or something.
Okay.
But, like, Robotnik is in the trailer here to help out the Sonic Underground.
Okay. I knew he would help them.
Yeah. So that's where we got on there. As much as he wants to... The evil Dr. Robotnik wants to rule all of Mobius, he also...
Sonic must only fall by his hand.
Yes, precisely. And as long as Bartleby is there, he is safe. Mm-hmm. That's a Harry Potter reference. But speaking of, will we see Bartleby meet his match in this film?
We have yet to ever see anyone rival his strength.
Not once.
I thought when Major Chord was getting built up, I thought he might be the one.
Exactly, me too.
I was thinking that Major Chord was going to be bigger.
Owned.
He got just shit stomped in a filler episode, pretty much.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, I don't see a character who's been introduced who can really do that yet. Correct us if we're wrong. But I see, like Robert, like all the new boys, like among them. I don't think they could beat Bartleby all teamed together. Even the new leader doesn't seem like he's too crazy powerful, even if he has like a sword and stab the other guy. But if there's someone who can rival Bartleby, I don't know who it is. That said, maybe they find something that can beat Bartleby. Maybe there's some weakness he has there. But making them a threat really hinges on being able to stop Bartleby, because it's Bartleby. I mean,
guys, isn't it crazy that Heart Guy was Drake Bell all along?
The entire time. And Drake Bell's now canonically dead.
That's right.
In the series.
Yeah.
So, like, what does this all mean?
Didn't he get his name written in the Death Note?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
So he's dead.
Yeah, so he's dead. I'm saying he's dead.
You said is canonically dead.
I thought you said... No, he is canonically dead now.
Yeah.
So, what came of this? Like, I don't know. They were using Drake Bell to spy on him in the 4th of July episode.
Yeah.
Because Drake Bell was there to perform. But I don't know. It's interesting because like he's just suddenly dead. So what was the point of everything? I don't know.
He just like pooped himself and bled to death and like exploded at the table.
Well, that's what happens.
I think Tamers probably thought that like
right.
he wasn't contributing anything to the plot because he just had the same motive as all the other boys.
Who knows? Maybe he'll come back. Nah, he won't come back. That's
perhaps he wanted to get rid of any unimportant boy.
That would make it easier for him to draw. If there's like a hard character for him to draw and like a lot of
I think Tamers is a very good artist.
Tamers knows how to draw.
It's not that it would be hard to draw, it might be time consuming.
What I find most impressive is like the amount of time it must take to draw all these characters in so many situations. It's just nuts, dude, and do it so consistently. What I think he's done is sort of make a few episodes ahead of time, and then he has like a schedule to get them out, and then he can like work on one as the newest one airs. So he'll have time to like live his life. But the amount he gets done in so little time is just astounding to me. Like, I don't see like YouTubers with hundreds, like thousands of times as subscribers putting in nearly that much effort. They're like basically coasting.
You know, guys, I think we were talking about power levels a little bit ago.
A lot of stuff has changed since that video.
Who do you guys think is the strongest villain? Like, maybe who are some villains who could maybe challenge Bartleby? I don't think that's the right phrasing because no one could really do that. But
Like, if there were 100 of them, they might be able to hold a
who
candle.
are the strongest villains?
Yeah.
Who are the strongest adversaries of the Sonic Underground?
Good question, because, like, as far as we see, we don't know. Because, like, we haven't even seen these boys in action yet.
What's most likely to me is there's some kind of kryptonite to Bartleby, like, literally Because if you don't know, in the original Superman comics, kryptonite was a way for the writers to introduce, like, peril to the entire series, because up to then, like, Superman was completely invincible, so there was no suspense. So having something like kryptonite there to stop Superman is basically comparable to what has to happen with Bartleby.
You know, Bartleby did vomit after learning he was riding in a poor person's
It
car.
is. Poor
That's
people
true.
is
So
maybe
technically
it's poverty.
Poverty in general.
Maybe his power level is linked to his wealth. If you take his wealth away somehow, maybe he becomes less strong.
Oh my goodness, that's actually a good theory.
Maybe. Like if you put him in a homeless shelter,
Yeah.
just drop him into a homeless shelter, and then it's like Superman reacting to kryptonite.
Dude, I think
We do see
he like becomes like, "Ugh, I can't move.
every single
I don't
time
care-
Bartleby has an interaction with a poor person, it's always like showing weakness. Like, am I really in a poor person establishment and needs to get away?
it's
Yeah.
more disgust. But then again, like, if he himself didn't have money, like, he would have, like, an existential breakdown. I don't care if this isn't what happens. I think it's the best thing that could happen, just since it would be hilarious, too.
Okay,
To see
imagine they
Bartleby,
hack into,
like, react
They
to it.
hack into all his like bank accounts and
Yeah.
drain it.
Yeah, they have anonymous. They should, like, have anonymous hack his
And
bank
then
account.
They hack his bank account, and then Bartleby goes to punch someone and nothing happens, and he's like, "What happened?" And he checks his bank account.
Yeah. Like, this is what I'm saying. It would be the most funny option. It would be the most funny thing that could happen. That would be the most funny weakness he could have, being poor.
Oh, but then whoever stole his money becomes absurdly
Yeah,
strong.
yeah, that's how power works.
Oh my
In the
God.
Tamers verse, having money makes you powerful. So yeah, that's a theory on what could happen. But yeah, otherwise there's like it's all going to be a breeze because Bartleby can just take a dump on everyone and win the game.
Guys, who are your favorite members of the Anti-Sonic Underground fan club?
Yeah. are
You know, right now I'm not sure who my favorite is, but Robbie Rotten just being there is like just funny already.
The pictures of him like in live action are hilarious.
Yeah, it's just like, and like sometimes Tamer will Photoshop an ass on Robbie. It's just glorious to see.
So overall, I would usually answer Rooney Doodle, but L is really awesome. Like,
Yeah.
Ella is pretty funny.
he predicted the poisoned tomato and on his Burger King burger.
The kind of scenes we get with them where
That
it's like
light-
foul
that light
intelligence.
planted for him.
Yeah.
43% chance.
Yeah.
Him matching wits with light in like really funny ways is always great to see. But yeah, Robbie Rotten is also interesting. I trust you all have this sense of humor, but it's kind of interesting since the actor who played Robbie Rotten died.
Mm-hmm.
So there's, that element to it. Anyways, moving on. In the most recent episodes, is there anything that stood out to you on what could happen? There was, notably in this bathhouse episode, what Bartleby was given was what seemed to be some kind of MacGuffin. He was told, like, in your darkest hour, like,
by that
face the
ninja.
sun,
Yes.
and then, like, use this, and he was, like, given a scroll. So I think that'll come into play somehow, but that also implies that Bartleby will be in a moment.
Was that a map or a weapon?
I think it was just a scroll. I think it was like some
Okay,
kind of
we
scroll.
don't know what it is.
It has its wisdom on
Don't
it.
quote us on this.
Yeah,
guys.
I don't
Uh-huh.
remember this. This is another detail lost
This
within
is just theory crafting.
within our pea-sized brains.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that implies that Bartleby will be in a rough spot. So there's that. What else could there be? I know in the Aether episode where Aether turns evil and is like trying to like he takes over Egypt. No, wait, that's not Aether.
No,
that's
that was not
Oracle
there. It was
Delphi.
Feral.
That's right. Oracle.
No,
Delphi.
Oracle Delphi, my bad.
That's
Excuse
right.
me.
Yeah, Oracle
No,
Delphius
Feral,
is
yeah.
always evil, actually.
Yep.
He's, like, there's a clone of him,
An
and,
evil
like,
clone.
one is an evil clone, but they're both evil.
They're both
They're, like,
they're both subhuman, and they're both really.
and the
they're bad.
quote-unquote good one is a pedophile.
Yes.
Oh, should I not have said that?
No,
word?
it's fine. I can censor it out.
That'll be a lot of work to go
Yeah.
through. I'm sorry.
Evidently, this is I'll touch on this very quickly, but the new YouTube CEO, he's made it so you can say more F-bombs in videos.
Oh, for real?
Yes, seriously, you can say more F-bombs without
That's
being
good.
throttled.
Tamer's videos say that the P word.
Yeah.
Tamer's videos will say every word.
The thing is,
That's the thing.
I think the robot voice he uses scrambles it in the algorithm, and it can't detect it, and I think that's why. I think
Oh,
it's the way-
possibly, yeah.
I think the robot voice, like, helps mask what he does, and I think that's how he operates to begin with. If this was all done in like live action, it would not fly, obviously. Anyways, what to move on to next? I think we should talk about what more we expect to see in the movie. What do you guys think?
So I think its overall layout will be similar to Battle with the Boys.
Yeah.
Because, they're fighting another group that is against them. And so I think the first half of the film will be a big setup, getting the gang together. I expect to see Obi-Wan back and Sportacus back. Mm-hmm. Sid the Science Kid and Gerald, we know them from the trailer.
Batman.
Was Obi-Wan in the trailer?
Well, I haven't seen Obi-Wan in the trailer, but
okay. I think he'll be back.
I've seen Gerald in the trailer, but not Sid. Like, we've seen Sid in a picture.
Is Anakin alive?
Because, no, remember.
Sid died.
Sid is dead.
Sid's dead, dude.
Yeah,
you're right,
the boys killed him.
Yes.
So, like, he's not alive.
Yeah.
Gerald is just coping or something like that. He's gotten fatter in the trailer.
Up until that point, I thought that death wasn't a thing in the Tamersverse, but I should have known since Sid is dead. Sid's been dead.
Yeah.
Up until the time when Pa died, because Pa is also dead. He hasn't shown up, so that's sort of cementing that death is permanent. We haven't really seen
Unless the timeline gets altered again.
Yes, which I hate. This is just a pet peeve of mine, but I despise timeline altering things or like time travel crap in like 99% of situations, so I'm hoping it doesn't go there. We'll see, but it's just Dragon Ball, my point is rested.
It would not ruin the film, though. This film's going to be amazing.
Oh, no, it's going to be a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Just right out of the gate.
Yeah.
2 seconds in, you'll just know. 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Like, you show me a Tamers production that's an hour and a half long. Oh my! I hope it's an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I really do. Like
I think it just is an hour and a half.
I hope it's 3 hours long, but
yeah, I want hour and a half minimum to, because we did get this theater ready to go. So,
yeah.
Yes.
What was I gonna say?
But no, Tamers is definitely capable of producing long content.
He's done it.
Yeah, we know he's done it. Like,
if he can make 40-minute standalone videos, he can make an hour and a half.
I'm saying
long.
this is definitely an hour and a half, but he could further our expectations and go like 2 hours or something.
Crazy.
Like that would be insane.
Gosh.
Yo, is Joker in the trailer?
He's quoted.
Yeah, he is quoted. I love that quote.
Yeah.
You have to be a little bit crazy,
like Jared Leto's Joker,
Oh,
if you want to change the world.
Joker is, that's right. Joker did have.
Face myself.
Joker did have a confrontation with the New Boys, but we haven't heard from Joker since then.
I think he'll be in it.
He probably will.
Yep. If he ain't dead, he'll be there.
Yeah.
I think everyone's coming if they ain't dead.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. I agree.
Everyone's coming if they ain't dead. At any rate, I think people are going to die in this movie. Mm-hmm. I think we should discuss that.
Justin's been having this theory, a long-standing theory, that he thinks Uncle Chuck might perish at some point.
So my reasoning for this is a few things. First of all, before the summer camp episode, I believe maybe after, there was a poll on what is your favorite Sonic Underground character, and the poll majority, even above Bartleby,
Uncle Chuck.
was at Uncle Chuck. There are a couple of reasons this could lead to his
he would
death.
never kill Bartleby.
No, he can't.
But since Uncle Chuck is above Bartleby, you have to have Bartleby the best, or Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one. Another was in the summer camp episode. Towards the end, there was a scene with Elena. It was like surprisingly emotional, and I was like,
"Yeah,
that could be setting us up for some tears."
Also, the Christmas episode, the latest Christmas episode, where they're jumping out of the they're angry at Sonic is angry at Uncle Chuck because he pretended to be Santa Claus.
That's right.
Not the latest Christmas episode, by the way. Not the latest.
Oh, okay. The second to latest Christmas.
Yeah.
Episode.
But yes, Sonic the Hedgehog saves Christmas.
Yes.
All in all, like we've seen him have like a ton of character development and
it's set up to where not only us but the Hedgehog family will very much miss Uncle Chuck if he's gone. You don't know what you have until it's gone.
But things will continue somewhat as usual. It's going to be crazy to see how it impacts everything and how everyone deals with that if that does take place. That's going to be like a game-changing thing if it happens. But we'll keep like the main part of the series, like a slice of life type thing, intact.
Then again,
you have enough characters.
I would miss the hell out of Uncle Chuck.
Of course.
Uncle Chuck is just one of the best characters in the show.
But then, if you kill off Paw, honestly, who cares?
Exactly.
I don't care that Paw's dead.
Exactly. We haven't had a really impactful death since Sid.
I did like that the Jared and his family, that subplot has grown.
Yeah.
That Sarah is just an evil bitch.
Yeah, Sarah's a monster. Holy
Yeah.
crap.
Oh my god, what if Sarah was like somehow in the movie trying to kill Jared?
Maybe.
She would be against SU, I think, because she certainly...
She is now against SU.
Yeah, if you're
definitely.
evil, you're against SU.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you're against the Sonic
Except
Underground,
if you're Robotnik.
God help me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Robotnik's a wild card. I
Yeah.
don't know what to think of him, but I think in the future we might see him as more of a pronounced villain. I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe.
But it's doubtful. He's like a fun little antagonist.
He's like a cartoonish antagonist. I mean, of course.
Yeah, him and Sleet and Dingo are just
Yeah.
really fun villains.
They're all... Okay, Sleet and Dingo are good guys. Like, they're good
Yeah.
in their heart.
They just have to defend Robotnik because it's their job.
Yep. They're like working a fast food job essentially for Robotnik. To keep
I
him
love
safe.
them. Oh my god.
Yeah.
They're in the OTP if
Without
I've ever
the,
seen one.
if you just need like an antagonist for an episode, like Robotnik is just like a Swiss Army knife you just throw at things and it's fun. And it's like a good episode, like you just got it.
Dr. Robotnik.
He's kind of crucial to the show.
They even invite him to their Christmas parties
Yeah,
and their
come
Thanksgiving
on.
dinners.
Right?
Come on.
Even though then they would like take a couple jabs at Robotnik.
The boys
Yes.
would never... You never catch the boys
No.
or the new boys there.
No. So, yeah. But,
I think Mr. Johnson might be the strongest villain yet.
yeah, no, I agree. I think Mr. Johnson's certainly up there in terms of strength. Major Chord's a joke, evidently. Like, that dude can't do
He
crap.
needs to show off more power, otherwise he is nowhere near Mr. Johnson.
No, he's afraid of the Yakuza, and what are the Yakuza to Bartleby?
Oh,
He's afraid of Robert too.
Yeah,
So.
I think the only thing that could harm Bartleby is if he loses his
Who's
money.
afraid of Robert?
Major Chord.
Major Chord's afraid of Robert?
Yeah, remember what Robert said when he like strangled him in the jail cell?
Oh, true.
Oh, that's true.
yeah,
yes.
yep.
Yeah.
He seems to be physically stronger than Major
Trapped
Chord.
in a
Yeah.
cage of fear, Robert said.
Yep.
Major Chord just has an army of children.
Maybe Robert is like the twist villain of it all. We sort of see him in the cage like as if he's a Sonic Underground
That'd
fan.
be crazy. I was really surprised to see him back at all.
Yeah.
Because, he was just introduced in the $1 Trillion Bill episode.
Yep.
And we thought he died, and he comes back a couple months later
So he's tricky.
in prison.
We don't know what to expect. He's tricky. Like I don't know. We'll see. But
He
yeah.
wasn't he? No, he wasn't friends with Bartleby. They found him. They found because he's a Jack Sparrow lookalike.
Yeah.
A Johnny Depp lookalike.
Yep.
Excuse me. But yeah,
I think we should talk more on deaths, prospective deaths.
deaths. Oh, possible deaths.
Yeah,
I think
because that's like one of the big things you talk about.
potentially Uncle Chuck.
Yeah,
And here's the thing is, it's even more surprising if he hasn't been hinting at a death. If someone were to die and he hasn't been hinting at it,
Sonia could also die
What?
Why Sonia?
because they set up her whole thing with Knuckles.
That
and
has to-
I don't think they'll end up in a death.
I don't think this is a perspective. This is like a 10% chance type thing, because that would sort of change Knuckles' whole worldview. Because I think he would miss Sonya if she died.
And she, confesses her love while dying
Yeah.
in his arms.
Exactly. So
Right.
I think that would.
I think if she dies, there would be some time travel to bring her back. I do not think
Yeah, no, she's
No,
too
they
poor a
can't
cast
kill.
member.
They can't just kill one of the
No,
three
that's
hedgehogs.
true.
No.
It could make for an emotional scene, though.
It would, but
It
I
would.
disagree with you. I don't think that will happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Not that you think it will happen. That's just a perspective.
Right.
thing I thought.
I'm just spitballing here.
Yeah. So Uncle Chuck is a lot more possible than that.
For sure.
He has been hinting at something happening to Chuck, maybe.
Yeah. Who else could die? Let me think.
Any villain is fair game to die.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yes.
think Rooney Doodle might have the least chance to die because
Yeah.
he is the most recurring
Yeah.
and long-standing villain.
Yeah.
If we see Rooney Doodle, I want to be done by his brother Mo Doodle.
Yes, if anyone kills Rooney, I think it
It
would
has to be Mo.
That would be sick.
Mo,
Yeah.
I'll kill you, Mo.
I'll kill you, Mo. Mo, I'll kill you, Mo. Also, real quick side note. I think we expect to see Tamers again.
Tamers himself.
Oh, obviously, he
himself.
has to be there. Yes.
We haven't seen him in a while, like Tamers.
We haven't
himself
seen him
here.
since
He'll
that movie.
show up.
We haven't seen him since that movie.
Mark my words, he will be there.
For sure. Who knows? Maybe he saves everything in the time of darkness, but
Tamers, please, if you're watching this, please know your film will be seen in at least one movie
yes,
theater.
you're getting a theater release for this, whether you like it or not. My
limited
man.
release, baby. Limited
Yeah,
theater.
big dot
2
production.
1 night.
One night only.
That's right. One night only, Minnesota. Hit us up. The offer's there, dude. The offer's there. Just saying. You're going to regret it if you don't.
Tamers, if you showed up, I would like die. I kind of want to dress up as you. There, would that be heathenistic? Would that be
weird?
Would that be like that's like impersonating a cop or a doctor?
Yeah, that's right. Heroes work here.
A false prophet. A false.
That's right. That's like stolen valor. That's stolen valor. You need to earn. That's a felony.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tamers, if you're watching this, man, hit us up.
We will be there. We will upload video of this theatrical experience. But we're getting off topic now. But
yeah,
expect that in a in a upcoming video within 2 weeks. That will be on this channel.
Regardless, but yeah, we'd kill to have you there. But yeah, we're getting to 30-minute mark here. Let's see here. Yeah, I know. Time flies when you're talking about Tamers.
Easy to talk about Tamers.
It is. Oh my god, I could talk about Tamers all day.
It is, man. Let's see. What do we think here? For the final battle, there's going to be a huge ass battle.
I expect 45 to 30 minutes of pure fighting in front of a big lots.
Yep. Maybe not just in front of the big lots. I think it's going to get crazy.
Well, I mean, like we did see footage of them in the neighborhood in Scary Godmother.
I was about to say. So I think a decent chunk in the first half of the film will take place in the Scary Godmother neighborhood.
Yep.
Jimmy's got to come back. Jimmy, we haven't seen him since the Dr. Phil episode, and he was accepted into the New Boys. Jimmy's a member of the New Boys.
Yeah,
he is a new boy.
We haven't seen him since then.
I think he might die in the first half of the movie.
We haven't seen him since then.
I think that's because he dies in the first half of the movie, because I think that's why Tamers doesn't.
Well, we don't know. We need to see Jimmy come back. We need to see him as a big evil presence.
We've seen several meetings of the New Boys, and Jimmy's never been there.
That's true. What is he doing?
Like he's plotting something.
He has to be plotting something. Yeah, I don't know.
Perhaps like he's trying to bring the Sonic Underground to his own land advantage. You know what I mean?
He's like luring them. I don't know.
Yes,
maybe. I don't think he's going to be that like big of a threat. Though.
Yeah, he's just a kid, to be fair.
Yeah, like he got beat up by Bartleby or who's goon? No, the New Boys goons. He got like threatened and he basically capitulated. So he can't be that strong on his own, but he might like know something that could harm Sonic Underground. I don't know. Mm-hmm. We'll see. Maybe. How do you think this movie is going to end?
That's completely up in the air because anything I imagine could happen.
Yeah.
Whether it could be just like that we just do like a time reset again, or that characters die and then stay dead. You know, time just moves forward and just like I don't know, go to like a time skip or something. I don't know. That's up in the air. I don't know. Whatever does happen in the end, I have no doubt in my mind that Tamers will write a amazing ending.
How do you think I think it'll be amazing. How do you think it'll end?
I think it'll be amazing, but I also think I think there's going to be something pretty pivotal that happens that changes things going forwards. I think the formula needs a bit of a shakeup from Tamers' perspective to keep it potentially fresh. So some big game-changing thing, maybe like a new introduction to a lore. Or something like that. He's been trying stuff with Zatch Bell. That didn't really take off, but I think like something really big that's going to shake up things could potentially happen. It might not, but I think that's certainly up for...
Speaking of Zatch Bell, do you think Kyo and the gang will return to fight at their side?
Aren't they already there? Because like...
Are they in the trailer?
Didn't we see someone... I don't know their names. I don't know Zatch Bell at all.
In the second belt...
The one with like the beat or something?
Oh, yeah.
Wears a diaper?
Conchome.
Yeah, Conchome.
Yeah.
Yep, never mind. He's there in it.
Yeah, they'll show up for sure.
Mm-hmm. Like, in character's name dropped Zatch Bell. Zatch Bell's going to be a part of this movie.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah. I think we're going to see every Tamers character ever come onto the big screen for World War III.
Who is still alive, at least.
Yes. But yeah.
I can't say how I think it would end. Speaking of endings...
Yeah, I think we're going to be wrapping up. Thank you so much for listening to this video. Just like another reminder for the third time, if you are in Minnesota or want to somehow fly out to Minnesota to watch this film, we have a theater rented out. This is not a drill. Hit us up for information on that. We're just so excited for this, man. We're going to have like the time of our lives putting on a show for it.
And if you comment on this video, we will respond.
Yep, we're going to respond.
Within hours.
Yeah, we all watch it like a hawk.
We want our Tamers fans to connect together.
If you're a Tamers fan, you're kind of like a superior being. You're like a cut above
Like,
the
we're already
rest.
halfway to being friends. Like, if you're a Tamers fan.
Yeah, so just hit us up. We got you covered. We're here to answer your questions. We're here to theorize with you anything. But yeah, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. We're going to record a documentary on the film when it releases in theaters.
We will
Literally
certainly
in
have
theaters.
we will certainly have a thoughts of video.
Yeah.
Thoughts on
Yeah,
after
oh,
that comes out.
absolutely.
We have to
And
review
an
the movie.
updated power tier list.
We're going to see some huge. A reason I wanted to hold off on that is because during World War III, we're doubtless going to see like a ton of feats.
Ton of feats.
So that's going to be
All these
crucial.
characters fighting each other.
I mean, we're already seeing different feats
I am
change.
so excited to make a new tier list.
Yeah.
Knuckles is going to move way up. Just
Yeah.
like
Knuckles
we've
is an
seen
A tier.
Knuckles has
automatically right
gotten
now.
strong as hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we do a power scaling tier list after each movie because I think that's
There are new techniques that need to be like disclosed,
Yeah.
like new characters that have
Also,
shown up.
Bartleby should just get his own tier at the top,
Yeah.
and then everyone else's.
Yep.
Well,
Things
of
are
course,
shaking
he's
up.
S tier. Remember?
No, he's Bartleby tier.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And then everyone else gets their own.
Only
tier.
Tamers is above Bartleby.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yes. Tamers tier, Bartleby tier, and then S through D.
Yep. So yeah, expect another powers ranking tier list. That'll be fun as hell. We'll probably do that after each film, and we'll probably also do a updated ranking list. We got plenty of new content coming up.
I want an initial thoughts video right after we see the movie.
Absolutely,
Yes.
we're going to record that, and we're going to get that up.
We're watching it on the 13th. By the way, the movie premiere at the theater is on the 13th, not the 12th, because we need that night before to get it prepared and all that.
Yeah.
So we won't be watching it until the 13th. You can probably expect our thoughts on video on the 14th or so.
If you write spoilers in the comments, we won't
Fuck you.
forgive you.
Yeah.
We won't forgive you. We'll remember that.
I'm from movie release to me being at the movie theater. I'm not.
We are not
Each
SWAT
second-
taping.
Nothing.
Each second that thumbnail is available to view and I'm not watching it, I'm going to like peel my eyes apart and like start
Yes.
pooping blood out my anal cavity.
I have to mute or delete Twitter to avoid spoilers there.
March 13th in Minnesota. More details if you message us.
Precisely, and with that, I think we've discussed all we can with this
Yep.
video without milking it. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you want more Tamers-related content. We got plenty coming.
Plenty coming real fast.
Real quick, fast as Sonic,
We're as fast as Tamers.
and fast as Bartleby.
Bartleby is the fastest.
Yeah, we
Oh,
can't
yes,
match
he is
Tamers.
faster. He is
Can't match
faster.
Tamers content production either.
No.
But all right, have a great day, everyone. Thank you for tuning in.
We love you.
Big Dot out. We love you.
Mwah.